Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Thanks so much for joining me today as I continue to share some beautiful card ideas that you can make with the February 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Hello Spring. Here's a quick peek at the original cards from the kit. If you would like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards, or see any of my other alternatives, you can click on the playlist up here in the top right corner. This is the third set of alternative card ideas I'll be sharing with you. These two designs use the pattern from one of the card bases in fun and unique ways. If you are new to my channel and would like to continue to see all of my paper pumpkin alternatives, make sure to subscribe using the link in the bottom right corner. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. My subscribers receive an exclusive card kit designed by me with everything they need to make 2 more beautiful cards with the stamp set and ink spot from that month's kit. We gather together once a month on Zoom to make the card and have fun together. I would love to have you join me. Make sure to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and list me as your demonstrator, or use the link below. All right, so we're going to be using the green horizontal card base. And we're just going to start by cutting it right along the score line. And then it doesn't matter which one you use. Put one of them off to the side and we can use the other. One of our pieces needs to be 3 inches and the other piece is 2.5 inches. And they're both by 4 1/4. So for our first card, we're going to begin by adding some splattering to the background. I just use a cardboard box just to kind of keep my splatter from going all over. And I'm going to use an early espresso marker. This just adds a little bit of texture to the card base. And then we're going to add the 3-inch piece that we just cut. And I'm putting it down in the bottom left corner with about a 1/2 inch on both the left and bottom edges. And then we're going to do some stamping. And I have a piece of bubble bath cardstock. It's 1 inch by about 4 1/4 inches. And I'm going to stamp my greeting. I'm going to do Happy Easter for this one. And I'm stamping it in early espresso ink, just so I get a nice dark greeting. You could use any neutral ink color here. And then on this piece, this is a 2 by 3 inch basic white piece. I'm going to stamp some of the chives and flowers. And I'm going to stamp it so that I don't get this word chives at the bottom. So it's really quite easy to do that. You just stamp a little lower, so that the image comes right off. And I'm using Old Olive ink, and I'm just going to stamp on both the left and right sides. And then on some scratch paper, this is just some basic white scraps, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the whole image, and then we can cut that out with the coordinating die. And then for the colors, I'm using the Petunia Pop for the flowers. And we're going to do both the first and second generation stamping. And we're going to do some stamping on both pieces so that we have some that pop and some that are on the background. So let's begin. We'll just stamp one up here and maybe one right there. And you can see how pretty it looks with both the dark and the light images. Stamp one down here. And maybe one over here. Don't worry about coming off your little paper here. That's okay if you do. I'm going to do a dark one on my scrap so I can cut it out. And then let's do another one over here. And then let's do this one. And we'll do another light one that we can cut out. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut out these images that are on my scrap piece. And I do have the coordinating dies, and that makes it really quick and easy. So once you've cut that out, I am going to go ahead and add them with some dimensionals. I'm going to add the chives right to the center and then squish it down and trim off the bottom so it's nice and even with the 2x3 piece. And then you're going to just add your flowers on top. These may need to use smaller size dimensionals, and so you can just use the edge here or cut a large one in half. And you'll just get a cute little scene like this one. And then we're going to add the greeting with our image. And I just wanted a little more of a rough feeling, so I'm going to go ahead and tear the left and right sides just a little bit. Roll it up if you want. You could also distress the edges of this piece as well if you wanted to. And then we'll pop these on with dimensionals. So I'm going to begin with the greeting near the bottom, just kind of evenly place it just somewhere like there. And then for this one, with the dimensionals at the top, add just a little bit of liquid adhesive where it's going to sit on that bubble bath piece. Just like that. And here the border is a little bit on the small side, and over here we have a little bit more here. That just really depends on where you place your bubble bath piece and if you can give it a little bit more room or not. But I think that looks really good either way. And then the last thing I did is added some of these neutral matte dots. These I think are going to be available March 4th. And they come in a lot of neutral colors. And I'm going to use white for these ones and just put 2 little white ones in this corner here where the greeting and then the image meet. I think that turned out really cute. And I should mention before we move on to card 2 that the card base here is basic beige, which looks really great with these colors and is one of the coordinating colors from that kit. For this card, we're going to use just thick basic white cardstock for the card base. And we're going to add some texture to this card, again with a little bit of splattering. This time I'm going to use Old Olive, and it gives me some nice large splatterings. And then I'm also using a piece of Pool Party cardstock. This is 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches, so it's a square. You could use any color here. And I am going to ink it up to add some texture with that texture image that came in the kit. It's this one here. And just using tone on tone. So Pool Party ink with Pool Party cardstock. And you want to kind of stamp multiple times. We're getting some different depths and colors here. So just kind of fill it up with first, second generation, even some third generation stamping. You can also rotate the stamp if you want to get some more variation in that. What's nice about this texture stamp is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's very random. It just adds a really nice texture, and giving it all those different light and dark tones really adds some nice interest to that piece of cardstock. So this is going to go right onto our card base, kind of in the middle. Just about there. It's going to meet up with the edge of the folded side. So it looks something like this. Then we're going to take the 2.5 inch piece and just cut out a shape. I'm using a circle from the Around It All dies. You want to make sure that it fits nicely inside that piece of card base and that it will fit your greeting that you're interested in. So you could go smaller, maybe not bigger, but it could be like a longer one if you wanted to. So you're going to go ahead and cut that out. Once we've done that, we're going to take, I like to use my paper snips, and just with the edge there, going to distress that edge just a little bit. If you can roll any of that back, go ahead and do that too. And you're going to get a piece that looks like this. Then you're going to flip this over because we're going to use the white side. Go ahead and distress the edge of that as well. Okay, so you can see that distressing a little bit. And then you're going to stamp your greeting, and I am going to use the Early Espresso again and use my To a Wonderful Friend greeting and just stamp that right in the middle of that circle. And what we're going to do is we're going to stagger the circle underneath the cutout so that we see a little bit coming through, and that's going to give us this really fun off-centered kind of look. We are doing a little leaf, and you could use any leaf image. I am going to use this leaf image here from the Love of Spring dies, which was 2024's first quarter dies. And so let me just show you some of the images. It was the flower, the word love, and then this label, which I do end up using on some more of my alternatives. I really love that label. So, and I'm just going to cut it out from this scrap of leftover envelope piece. And I only need one, but you could do more if you'd like. All right, so once we've done that, we are kind of ready to start putting things together. I am going to wrap some linen thread from the kit around the bottom of my card base piece. And so I'm going to measure that twice, so it's about 4 inches. Plus, I like about 10 inches to tie a bow, so that's a total of 14 inches. And then I do like to kind of loosen that curl a little bit. Wrap it around the bottom. Tie it on the left side. And when I do work with linen thread, I will tie a knot just to hold everything in place so I don't have to worry about it when I am making the bow. Bow with that. Just like that. On the back, I'm going to add dimensionals. And make sure to either put some over the linen thread or below it so that it doesn't slide off. I'm going to leave this area on the sides open so I can slide in my greeting. And then we're going to place this on the card with about 1/4 inch showing on the right side. So that pool party piece, it's about 1/4 inch. Take your greeting, put a little liquid glue on the back, and then you're just going to slide it in. And you want to be able to see the greeting, but it's okay if it doesn't fill in the whole circle. So it's going to look something like that. Do you see how we see a little bit of that pool party peeking through? I really like that, the way that looks. So here I'm going to place a little liquid glue at the bottom, and that's going to go near my bow, just to hold everything in place. And then if I want, I can take some dimensionals, some either edges or cut one in half, and we're going to place these underneath the leaves just to add a little more depth. Try to make sure it gets hidden behind that one. And this one here. Just like that. If you have any other embellishments that you want to add, you can definitely do that, but this card is all done. I love the unique layout of this card. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create these 2 fun layouts using one card base. If you are interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images on how I created these cards, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to subscribe to get your own paper pumpkin kit, please do so using the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.